First on BBC One, Premier League football in Match of the Day with Desmond Lynham.
Good evening. The start of 4 days off as the Christmas festive period really gets going. That also means that Premiership football is going to have to take a break. But not tonight. We've got some classics for you in a pivotal night as we reach the halfway point-ish of the Premiership season. Last year in the reverse fixture, this was the game of the season. This evening it promised to be something rather special. Could we have another repeat? Newcastle-Liverpool is our main game.
Robbie Fowler. Remember, here's Collymore now. Collymore! Wide!
A Christmas miracle has taken place. Middlesbrough have a fit enough squad and are able to take on Blackburn. The match itself will not be cancelled. There will not be a 3-point deduction. Will there be 3 points available to be won? Middlesbrough Blackburn Rovers is match 2. Back! Oh, will it fall to Juninho? It will! And it strikes the post! It hits Flowers and it goes out! This week should give you all the other goals that took place tonight in the Premiership. And of course we've got Trevor and Trevor with us to give us their views and see who's been naughty and nice on Father Christmas's list. But first we're going to go over to St James's Park. At Anfield last season, Liverpool-Newcastle United, the 4-3 win was the best game perhaps the Premiership and maybe even English football had ever seen. It was that brilliant. The sequels are always a lot to live up to, but could it be the case here? Newcastle United have lost 2 on the trot and really hoping to turn the form around. Liverpool have been inconsistent, but no, a win here could put them right at the summit of the table. What would happen? Well, of course, we sit Trev Motson to go find out.
Well, as the teams get ready to come out here to the strains of Mark Knopfler and local hero, these two sides battle again. And if it's any good as the 4-3 game at the back end of last season with Collymore getting the winner, then I think we're going to be in for an absolute pearler tonight. In front of a capacity 55,000 here at St James's Park. Terrific atmosphere. And Newcastle's own local hero, £15 million with Alan Shearer, partners Les Ferdinand in attack. No place for Tino Asperio, drops to the bench. Peter Beardsley, formerly of Liverpool, plays in the centre of midfield and skippers Newcastle. As for Liverpool, they've got their own local hero, Robbie Fowler up front alongside Steve McManaman and the match winner from last season, Stan Collymore. Very experienced midfield with Michael Thomas and John Barnes, mixed in with a little bit of youth of Jason McAteer. If it's any good as last season, we're in for a thriller here at St James's Park tonight. Newcastle attacking the Gallagher end in the first half. This is Ginola. Good ball there, looking for Ferdinand, and almost a perfect start for Newcastle. Good ball down the line, Ginola taking on his man, beating him for pace, lovely whip on the cross, but Ferdinand just lacked with the finish. Good first 5 minutes from Newcastle, playing some lovely stuff, Keegan's men. And Gillespie unlucky there because he thought for a moment he got away. Here's Stan Collymore. Here's Robbie Fowler. Remember, here's Collymore now. Collymore wide. And with this, if Liverpool were to get a result here tonight at St James's, they could potentially, if other results go their way, go top of the pile. Newcastle with a win could really do their chances much good. They're riding 5th place at the start of play. Liverpool for the record, 3rd. This is Jones. 10 minutes gone. And it's in there. Colin Moore's header. Just too high. Well, it's been a rip-roaring start. First 5 minutes all Newcastle. Final fight, the last 5 minutes of this. It's all been Liverpool. Both having chances. Barnes' header. Behind McAteer, but McAteer will keep that in play, no problem. That's a good ball. If he can find Bjornaby with it, but he couldn't, and Gillespie intercepts. Now Ferdinand. Batty. Beardsley, the former Liverpool player. Chip forward. It's Shearer, and Shearer! 1-0 to Newcastle. It's Alan Shearer, the local hero, in front of his adoring supporters in the Gallagher end. The Magpies lead, and the team lying fifth at the start of play lead the team that started the game in third place. One ball over the top did all the damage. Liverpool were caught square. Shearer was onside, and my word, did the £15 million take this goal so well. That is a wonderful ball from Peter Beardsley to set him up, and Shearer's control shot was just too good. Newcastle in front. Well, we're past the midway point of the first half. Alan Shearer's goal at the moment being the difference. Here's Colin Moore. John Barnes still keeps his balance very well there, Barnes. McAteer. It's McAteer. My fault. Well, if it did get a little deflection possibly. Let's have a look at the replay actually. Barnes did really well there. Brings in McAteer. Did it deflect? Oh, I tell you what, if it had been a bit more bigger of a deflection, that might have dropped for Robbie Fowler. As it happened, it fell very kindly for the goalkeeper Pavel Srnicek. Beardsley. Beresford. Ginola. Beardsley again. Oh, Shearer a little bit careless there from the goal scorer there for Newcastle, and here's Fowler to John Barnes. Barnes' shot. Oh, the goalkeeper fumbled, but he was okay because there was no Liverpool player within a 5 or 6 yard radius following up there, but well, it is a bit greasy on this turf tonight. Srnicek did make it look a little bit more difficult than it needed to be. 10 minutes gone into the second period, still 1-0. And there's not going to be any more like heroics from Stan Collymore tonight. Patrick Berger's taken his place. Here's Rob Jones. Keegan 1, Evans 0 at the moment. Jones cross to Michael Thomas. And they switch to play nicely. If Bjornaby can reach it, and he can. Stiginger Bjornaby. Uses Berger the substitute. Good challenge from Barton. He won it well, Warren Barton. Terrific play. Now Ferdinand. Shearer sets up in pursuit. And the flag stays down. It's Alan Shearer now. He can make it 2 for Newcastle. He has! Alan Shearer at a double for Newcastle. They lead Liverpool by 2 goals to 0. And is their title challenge back on track? Back on the rails, we wonder. He was 2 against 2. Ferdinand with a beautiful blue ball that split the Liverpool defence. Shearer, when he's in those positions, 9 times out of 10, we always buried him. He took one look at David James and knew what he had to do. Keep his composure, stick it towards his goal, stick it towards the left-hand side of the goal. And he did just that perfectly. Newcastle 2, Liverpool 0. Well, Liverpool need. It's going to be a tall order to get a point out of this now for Liverpool. But here's Barnes. Oh, now wait a moment. McManaman. He scored right on the 60th minute mark. Oh, Liverpool aren't finished yet. Steve McManaman. What a fantastic controlled volley. And all of a sudden, St James's Park from elation is now a little bit of a worry. Steve McManaman beats centre check in the near post. And Roy Evans aside are backing in at 2-1. That's poor defending really. McManaman ghosted in. And Kevin Keegan will be absolutely livid about that defending. Howie for Newcastle. Peacock. Howie again. We're getting towards the halfway point of the second half, with the game now finally balanced at 2-1 for Newcastle. With a third Newcastle goal, you'd think would seal the deal, but if Liverpool score, then we're in for a grandstand finish, and it might be the latter here because Berger's through. Berger's been through. He scored! Brilliantly! And we're going to get a grandstand finish now. It's 2-2. 67 minutes gone, and Patrick Berger has leveled it up at 2 apiece. What a comeback from Liverpool. 10 minutes ago they looked down and out at 2-0 down, but Roy Evans aside, they'll never know when they're beaten, and they've just got themselves back up the canvas and now back level. Patrick Berger, who came on for Stan Collymore, has levelled it up with 67 minutes gone. It's 2-2 now. Beardsley, Ginola, Beardsley again. What have Newcastle got in the tank? Alan Shearer now. The flag stays down. Quarter of an hour to play. It's Shearer on a hat-trick, of course. And he tries to shoot. I think he was trying to be greedy maybe and ended up missing the opportunity. I think Ferdinand was better placed. Here's Berger. And it's all of a sudden Liverpool with a spring in their step. With 14 minutes to play still, Berger! Oh, he nearly scored again! Nearly scored again, Patrick Berger. Well, it zipped away off the turf there and just wide of the far post. Roddick. Oh, he did well, Neil Roddick, brilliant. Here's Phil Babb, formerly of Coventry. 81 minutes gone here at St James's Park. Newcastle 2, Liverpool 2 in another classic here. Carragher the substitute. Oh, he's got in! It's Jamie Carragher. It's Steve McManaman. Still McManaman! McManaman! What a comeback for Liverpool! St James's Park is silent! Steve McManaman gets his second goal! And Liverpool lead by 3 goals to 2 from 2-0 down! Wow! 25 minutes ago, you would not have given him a price to score 1, let alone 3. But Steve McManaman and Patrick Berger have had other ideas. And our Liverpool, should results go their way, by the way, be going top of the Premiership tonight. Well, results elsewhere if they hold on, and results elsewhere, well, time will tell. But Liverpool are doing their bit, and they lead 3-2. Here's Beresford for Newcastle. You can't write off Keegan's side yet. John Beresford. Still John Beresford. Here's Peter Beardsley. Batty. Still David Batty. Barton. 3 on the right. He needs a good cross. It's charged away. Barton will chase it, but Biodery will be there first. But he can't keep it in play. 5 minutes to go. What have Newcastle got left now? Gillespie against Biodery. Gillespie, oh, he handled that challenge. Biodery was a little bit frightened there to touch him. Here's Beardsley. Peter Beardsley! That was so mighty close. Oh, look at that. So near, but yet so far. And there goes the whistle for the end. What an amazing evening we've had here on Tyneside. Alan Shearer scored a brace either side of half time to put Newcastle seemingly 2 goals ahead and into the clear. But what they didn't reckon on was Steve McManaman with a brace, the first and the winning goal. In between had a superb finish from Patrick Berger, and it's Liverpool who take all 3 points. The final score on a dramatic night at St James's Park: Newcastle 2, Liverpool 3.
Gentlemen, a phenomenal comeback by Liverpool. Really, really good game. Got to ask you, was it as good as the 4-3? Nope, I'll be honest, I don't think it was. I thought it was an excellent game. Don't get me wrong. Just the 4-3 game had just a chance every 9 seconds, it felt like, in that game. This one didn't as much. Both sides, while they threw cautions to the wind, I think that last game was on their minds and it wasn't quite what they were hoping for. What ended up happening, though, was particularly a game of 2 halves. It really was phenomenal the way Newcastle United faded, and it's been their problem. Defensively, I think they've got real concerns at the moment. Well, Trevor, before we talk through that, I want to talk through about Liverpool, about how well they did. Yeah, I mean, any side that comes back from 2-0 down, you've got to hold your hands up and say, what a fantastic play that was. And there's no doubt about that. The only thing that I will say is I kind of think like a good enough side would have been able to shut up shop. I do think Liverpool's system is different to most others in the Premiership. That does give them an advantage. What they need to do is be more consistent against perhaps the sides in the bottom half of the table as they are with the top half, and I think that will help. I think Liverpool had a lot of good moments today. They've also got a couple of great wingers that make all the difference. McManaman and Berger was a great moment. Well, Berger came on and turned the game, but you also think defensively Newcastle United went to sleep. I do. Newcastle are playing with a back 4 with 2 wing-backs that push too far up, in my opinion. Barton and Beresford were going too far forwards. What Newcastle need is David Batty to really sit much deeper in that midfield and cover their 2 midfielders, because I think, Peacock, Howie, sometimes they just lack that little bit of concentration, and it showed here. And when it was really up against it, I think Newcastle still remember what took place 6-7 months ago, and they still have those jitters. 3 defeats on the trot really does paint a bad picture of where they are. Well, there's been talk potentially in the papers of Kevin Keegan looking to go. Surely that can't be the case. Well, stranger things happen in football, but you look at the way Newcastle are performing, they've got to turn it around. They've got a big game of Boxing Day against Blackburn. If they could turn that, they could win that, they can get into a good run of form in the Premiership, maybe that they stand a hope of doing so. Well, talking about winning the Premiership to staying in the Premiership at the moment, Blackburn Rovers just 18 months ago were holding the trophy aloft. Now they find themselves trying to get out of the relegation zone. Middlesbrough, after a good start last season, were hoping that after their big money signings they could continue to grow, but recently their form has seen them plummet down the Premiership table. It promised to be a classic. Trevor Davis was there to tell us about it.
Well, there was a worry ahead of kick-off that this match could be postponed. Midweek, Brian Robson has spoken to the Premier League, and in the end their decision was that this match would go ahead. However, through a magic of the magic sponge and a couple of painkillers, Middlesbrough have got a perfectly fit squad to pick from today. Blackburn Rovers are climbing out of the relegation zone. Middlesbrough seem to be slipping into it today. Juninho, Emerson, Musto and Hignett make up their diamond in midfield. Ravanelli and Beck continue in their centre-forward partnership. In the end, Steve Vickers and Nigel Pearson continue in centre-half. Blackburn Rovers, Kevin Gallagher returns to partner Chris Sutton. Jason Wilcox and Stuart Whipsey are posting on the wings. In Sherwood and Lars Maheenham in the middle. Hendry and Berg line up in the centre-half. Both these sides have not scored enough, conceded too many. This could be very interesting. Oh, and Kevin Gallagher came in and got the header wide. The man from Jersey's cross was pretty much spot on. Gallagher's header, the Scotsman, just flashed wide. That's a good early intent from Blackburn Rovers. Aspahinen. Ray Higden. Ravanelli for Middlesbrough. Janino. Beck. Oh, will it fall to Janino? It will, and it strikes the post! It hits Flowers and it goes out for a corner. How unlucky can you get for Middlesbrough? Great work by Beck to tee this back to Janino, and it collides off the backside of Flowers and goes out. That's astonishing. Janino to take the corner. A positive start from Middlesbrough's standpoint at the moment. Emerson. Blackmore. Musto. Janino. Craig Hignett. Ravanelli's in space. Good challenge there by Henningberg. Really good defending. You can see from the moment he approached to Ravanelli finding the space. Perhaps his first touch slightly let him down, but that's excellent defending to get the blocking. Clayton Blackmore for Middlesbrough again. Ravanelli. Oh, Beck! Oh, how unlucky. What an imaginative effort to try and scoop the ball over Tim Flowers with your head. Blackmore into Ravanelli. Cross is deflected off of Kenner. And that is a fabulous effort, and that's very unlucky. By Janino even. Goodness me, my apologies. Steve Vickers. And again. Not a great clearance. It's Gallagher. Emerson doing well. Vickers coming in. Leaving Blackburn have any possession is Janino. Emerson into Hignett. Here's Clayton Blackmore. Blackmore again. Emerson. Janino. Ravanelli. Oh, lovely! Oh, it's just cleared away by Flowers. That's another brilliant bit of defending. Mikael Beck tried to jump in. Top quality defending from Blackburn, as they've had all match thus far. And that's really good goalkeeping from Tim Flowers, who is very much pushing to be England's number 2 behind David Seaman. It's 0-0 at the moment, but it's been a really good 0-0. Lots of free-flowing football at the moment. The only thing this game doesn't have is a goal, but it's not a bad game despite the scoreline at the moment. Sutton. That's delightful. Jason Wilcox. Oh, now! Was he brought down? No penalty given. And eventually Middlesbrough get it away. Mikael Beck. Ravanelli has got there and goes for goal. And it just flashes wide in the end of Flowers. And from a penalty claim, another chance at the other end. Aspahinen into Tim Sherwood. Wilcox on this near side. This is Robbie Musto. Janino. Musto again. Jean-Luc Festa. Robbie Musto has got space on his near side. Ravanelli and Beck are both in the area. Oh, it's low to Ravanelli, who scores! No! What a fantastic save! You thought when Ravanelli had turned that was going in. It's an excellent stop from Tim Flowers. And that's why this game is still goalless. There's one for the archives. A goal incorrectly called. Well, as I may have said before, this is a 0-0 game, but it's not a poor game. It's excellent defensive blocks, chances, good bits of goalkeeping, some brave and innovative football. Perhaps as good as a goalless first half we have had this season. It's been that enjoyable to watch at the moment. But that could all change because there could be a goal before half time. Clayton Blackmore has found himself in acres of space. And now he's in the area. It's Blackmore, it's Hignett. Oh, lovely little dummy. There's Mikael Beck. Oh, And that really deserved to be the goal that broke the deadlock. But it's been a brilliant half of football. We haven't had a goal. Do not look away, because I think we've got a mini classic here. Fester. Crossfield towards Clayton Blackmore, that does get the header in. Steve Vickers for Middlesbrough. Here's Hignett. Blackmore. Ray Hignett. To Janino. Blackmore's touch inside is quite brilliant. Hignett. Ravanelli! Oh, it's off the woodwork again! How unlucky are Middlesbrough this afternoon. Lovely play. There is Ravanelli. Goal is at his mercy, and it strikes the post. Blackburn haven't really been able to mount a serious siege on Gary Walsh's goal thus far. Here's Jason Wilcox. Can he feed Chris Sutton and Gallagher? There will be a corner. Done well in that respect. Graham Lasso to take the corner. Two short knocks from Zivvies with 4 at the far post. That's where he's aiming. And the header arrived from Sutton, but it was easy for Walsh. The Norwegian influence in the Premiership these days. There's Hendry clearing away. Always been a Scottish influence in the Football League and the Premiership. Here's Emerson. He provided the Brazilian flair. Janino. Blackmore. Up against Ripley. There's options inside if he wishes to go that way. Clayton Blackmore. One of them is Emerson. Robbie Mustoe, does he fancy a shot? He does! Oh! And it flashes wide. Diving off to his left was Tim Flowers. And you wonder if this is Blackburn's day. That's so close. So close. Robson. Mustoe. This time, no. Ravanelli had another chance. Tim Flowers has made another save. That is the story of the match thus far. Broken to Shearwood. This is Sutton. Gallagher. That's a lovely little ball. Jason Wilcox is inside here for Blackburn Rovers. Brilliant challenge by Nigel Pearson. That's outstanding defending. Emerson. Chance of a counter-attack for Middlesbrough. Mikhail Beck. Needs options, won't get them. Scotland's captain Colin Hendry intercepts. Lars Bohinen. Intercepted by Janino. Emerson. Emerson tries to go for goal. It might fall to Mikhail Beck! Oh, that one went wide! How is this game still goalless? This is incredible. Brilliant bit of defending. Middlesbrough come on the break, get a lucky break. Oh, Mikhail Beck, I'm sorry. He should have tested the goalkeeper there. He should have tested the keeper. Goodness me. 13 minutes to go. Middlesbrough 0, Blackburn Rovers 0. Has been absolutely edge of your seat stuff. It has fallen kindly for Sutton. Now Gallagher. Now Sutton. Run ahead in with Shearwood. Good challenge by Emerson. Really good Sutton contest, but it was spot on. Mikhail Beck. Emerson. Thought he was going to go over the shot. Will Beck? No. Will Janino will play it brilliantly for Fester. Ball in. Ravanelli! Ah! Not his day. It may not be Middlesbrough's. Another chance to rise. Another brilliant link-up play. Just the quality missing again. Goodness gracious, from a European Cup winner, you thought that was it. Very comfortable when he's been on the ball today. Lars Vahinen, Feeding and Sutton. Gallagher, out wide to Stuart Ripley. 3 charging in the area at the moment for Blackburn Rovers. There's Lars Vahinen. Goes on. Oh, it's Kevin Gallagher! Oh, as good a chance as Blackburn Rovers have had. And Gary Walsh watches his footballing life flash by his eyes. How close was this? Brilliant stuff. Oh, a desperate chance, and Gallagher, a desperate miss in truth. Very unlucky. Great play again. He goes long. 2 minutes left in a 90. Sherwood, Duff. Ball pass to Fleming. Duff has got it again. Gallagher, Vahinen, Sutton. Chris Sutton! Goodness me. Can you believe this? Chris Sutton turns, there's the space, and he just wouldn't stay down. Perhaps that was the final moment we were talking about.
Well, Trevor said it quite a few times in commentary there. It was an excellent game that just lacked a goal. Perhaps one of the best 0-0s we've ever had on the channel. Fantastic game. Yeah, lots of chances. That's the thing. It's not like these sides were defensively stifling each other out. They were trying to win the match, and you can only sit there and be pleased when that's the way your side wishes to play. What annoyed me a little bit about it is perhaps there were some gilt-edged chances that a slightly more composed head would have scored. You look at some of the strikers we've got further up the table, and I think they bury them. You look at Alan Shearer and Andy Cole and Eric Cantona, Dwight York or Robbie Fowler. I can go on. Sheringham, Armstrong, Ferguson, Booth. I think they take them, and I think that was it today. Excellent game, poor finishing. Well, Middlesbrough have got the game that could potentially have been cancelled as gone ahead. They've got the match. What's gone wrong with Middlesbrough at the moment after their good start? Well, I tend to think they've got a lot of new players in their squad, and new players have yet to gel as well as they'd like, and I think that's the key theory. Once they get the players to gel a bit better, they may strike it in the second half of the season. They've been fabulous in the cup games. Let's not mistake about that. They've had a brilliant League Cup run. They've got a semi-final to look forward to. You think for Middlesbrough here that this side is set up to turn it up in the cup. Priority for them, though, has got to be staying in the Premiership, and they've got to try and find a little more consistency in the league form. Well, as consistent as ever with our format in Match of the Day, it's time to round up all the other goals that took place this weekend in the Premiership, starting with Manchester United's home game against Sunderland. Manchester United recorded their biggest home win of the season, and it got off to a perfect start when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer broke the offside trap after David Beckham's cross and put Manchester United ahead early on in the first half. United doubled their lead, and it was the unfortunate Andy Melville that was the culprit of an own goal. A good cross by Carabao Ball's keeper at pressure meant he had no choice but to accidentally knee the ball past Tony Coden. And in the second half, it didn't get better for Sunderland. Nicky Butt once again burst through. He squared it coolly and calmly to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to get his third goal of the match. The two celebrated in rather exuberant style. Eric Cantona waited for his moment and hit right in the 75th minute. Nicky Butt laid it across. Cantona struck it first time. Power, precision, perfection. He's been a real dynamite for Manchester United so far this season, and he continued it by getting the second goal. It was he that fed Gary Neville into the area, who coolly rolled it back to him. Cantona to strike it in with another brace. Manchester United are the biggest home win of the season, and it moves them top at Christmas. Well, the reason Manchester United are top is because the only side yet to win at home this season has done so. Ian Woan went ahead and got the opening goal for Nottingham Forest as they went ahead and beat Arsenal at the City Grounds. But it wasn't their own way, and the best passing move of the day resulted in Arsenal equalising. Everyone involved, led by Dennis Bergkamp and Ian Wright, exchanging passes, and it was Wright that got the goal that brought Arsenal right back in it, if you excuse the pun. But it wasn't to be denied in the end. Stuart Pearce rallied the troops, and late on in the match, with about a minute left, Forest were able to get the winning goal. Ian Woan with a cool pass across goal. Steve Stone with his first goal of the season, the winning goal, and the most important present Nottingham Forest fans could hope for. They're off the mark. Can they stay in the Premiership? Aston Villa recorded a scorching win for them in a blistering second half performance, started off by his early hit from Dwight York, who really got things going, but Fia Milosevic was superb this afternoon. Wimbledon realised that really they didn't show up in the course of the match. Milosevic himself, his goal was wonderfully well taken, cutting inside, and a curling effort which Neil Sullivan could get nowhere near. Aston Villa continued the pressure and thought that 3 became soon on the horizon. Ian Taylor got the goal, and look about that for a hit. 20 yards out, absolutely no goalkeeper in the world to get near that. Gareth Southgate said afterwards that it's the best goal he'd seen from his midfield colleague. The goal that got the 4th goal was indeed scored by Ian Taylor, but this time he just placed it past Neil Sullivan. Villa's biggest home win of the season, moves them up to 3rd. Chelsea has got over their hiccup in recent times and were able to get a win in the London derby. It's all set up by Mark Hughes heading in Dennis Wise's cross to put Chelsea 1-0 ahead. West Ham United haven't travelled too well this season, and it showed. But it also showed perhaps they've got some young players that lack a little bit of experience. Examples shown here. The shot by Zola was well saved. Under pressure by Andy Myers, Rio Ferdinand, cousin of Les, ended up clearing it right into the path of Gianfranco Zola, who promptly said thank you very much. But a mistake by Dennis White allowed Ian Dowie to find half a yard. He dirted past Leboeuf and Dubry and blasted an effort that was under Dimitri Karin. Harry Redknapp said his side really went for it, but in the end were caught out in the end. Mark Hughes squared it to Zola. He continues to score again. Chelsea have got a little Italian diamond, a real corral favourite there. Coventry City have struggled this season, so a rare away win for them could prove priceless, providing their opponents didn't match the results. With Forest winning, Coventry were able to get off to an excellent start. A Noel Whelan goal that was brilliantly finished over Casey Keller was enough to do it for them. In the second half, as Leicester put on, eventually Coventry City broke through again, where Noel Whelan, on a booking this time, went for power rather than precision. Didn't matter. Coventry City with a big win, and it keeps them on track to stay in the Premiership. Well, with everyone else winning, Southampton knew it was their occasion to see what they could do, and boy could they. Jim Middleton's cross was brilliantly headed in by Egil Ulstenstad to go ahead and give Southampton the early lead. Derby County themselves didn't travel terribly well down to the south coast, and it showed by the way they were blown away. Particularly Matt Le Tissier's strike, absolutely nothing the goalkeeper to do about that. Matt Le Tissier really has produced a fine run of form at recent times. In the end, he was able to play Slater through, who coolly and calmly took his moments, but was able to beat Rob Holt and put Southampton 3 goals to the good up. There's not been a lot to cheer at the Dale this season. This was certainly a high point of it so far this season. But it wasn't their own way. Paolo One-Shot eventually was able to go and find half a yard. His shot squeezed in at the near post, but it was nothing more than a consolation for Derby County that were well beaten at the Dell. Points shared at White Hart Lane as Tottenham Hotspur got the opening goal. Darren Anderson's wonderful run, a lovely pass which Chris Armstrong couldn't miss, rifled in home the former Crystal Palace man. But Wednesday have shown in recent time they've got a little bit about them, and Hurst and Blinker combined beautifully to put the big Yorkshireman through when he was one-on-one with Ian Walker, where he picked the top corner. That was good enough to equalise, and points were shared here at White Hart Lane. Goalless between Everton and Leeds United. The 2 best chances of the game to Leeds fell to Carlton Palmer. His long effort was a long way past the post. As for Everton, the best chance arose with Duncan Ferguson found his way through, but this time his usual composure completely eluded him. Well, we look towards the top of the table, and at Christmas time, Manchester United are top. They weren't last season, and they went on to win it, but more often than not, the side top at Christmas generally tends to win the Premiership. They're joined by Liverpool on the same number of points, separated by just 8 goal difference. Manchester United's 5-0 win would have gone a long way for them. Aston Villa have had a brilliant first half start to the season. The Coca-Cola Cup holders find themselves sitting third. Arsenal lose out after their defeat to Nottingham Forest, find themselves down to fourth. Newcastle, beaten again, are down to sixth. Chelsea, after that win though, draw level with them in points, just behind in goal difference. Bottom half of the table, or Nottingham Forest, Southampton, Coventry have all won here today. Middlesbrough, Blackburn have all drawn, so now it's Nottingham Forest to close the gap. Coventry to move ahead of Middlesbrough as they look to jump out of the relegation zone. Blackburn Rovers, Southampton and Nottingham Forest will be in an uncomfortable position. No side that has been bottom at Christmas has ever survived in the Premiership. As for other sides above the mid-table, it's looking like 16th and onwards could be in a relegation battle. Sunderland, Leeds and Leicester, Derby will be less worried about that, but all know that they're halfway to their target of 40 points. Well, there we go. That's the halfway point of the Premiership, and that's no stopping us. You'll see us again very shortly, but it's time to talk about the match of the day, man of the day. And he got the winning goal today in an astonishing conduct for Liverpool. It's Steve McManaman is the man of the day, but it leads us just to conclude by saying thank you all very much for watching. We hope you have a very happy Christmas, brilliant holiday rest, and we'll see you again. From all of us, bye-bye.
It's Ravanelli onside. The flag stays down. It's Ravanelli! It's 3-3! Incredible finish!
Little flick on by Cantona, and Beckham on the way! 2-1! And Beckham, he's certainly one for the future. Piali! The title race! He's definitely back in the balance now!
Goes again. This is wonderful! Oh, what a goal!